Hunter Biden is back in the news. Of course, we talked about him before the election, kind of raised a little bit of a stink about it because this story was swept under the rug for political reasons. I think that's pretty obvious. Well, now it's coming back out into the public eye, of course, after the damage has already been done. Of course, after his father is now the president. Now the public relations debacle, can we call it that? This thing's a mess. Let's take a look at this article. This is from the New York Post. Says Hunter Biden finally admits the laptop at the center of the Post expose could certainly belong to him. So this was posted a few days ago, back on April 2nd. Hunter Biden has finally fessed up that the laptop at the center of the Post explosive expose last year certainly could belong to him. He revealed in an interview on Friday. He sat down with CBS Sunday Morning. The same CBS who ran 60 Minutes against Ron DeSantis said President Biden's embattled son was pointedly asked yes or no if the MacBook Pro that was dropped off at the computer repair shop in 2019 was in fact his. And here's what he said. I really don't know what the answer is. That's the truthful answer. Before adding, I have no idea. Okay. But asked certainly whether it could have belonged to him, he replied, certainly. Certainly, there could be a laptop out there that was stolen from me. It could be that I was hacked. It could be that it was Russian intelligence. It could be that it was stolen from me, he continued. Hunter Biden made the rare media appearance while promoting his new memoir, Beautiful Things, out on April 6th at Gallery Books. With the imprint of Simon & Schuster. So this is what we're talking about. Now, Hunter Biden opens up about his family intervention and addresses the laptop reports. Let's take a look at this.
Does not specifically talk about your laptop.
Yeah.
Was that your laptop?
For real, I don't know.
I know, but you know that this is...
I really don't know.
Okay.
The answer is.
You don't know yes or no if the laptop was yours.
I don't have any idea. I have no idea.
So it could have been yours.
Of course, certainly. There could be a laptop out there that was stolen from me. There could be that I was hacked. It could be that it was Russian intelligence. It could be that it was stolen from me.
And you didn't drop off a laptop to be repaired in Delaware?
Not that I remember at all. At all. So... we'll see.
All right. So we'll see. So it could have been space aliens. It could have been anything, whatever. And she just kind of lets it go. All right. So you didn't drop anything off. I have no idea. I don't know. Now that might actually be true. I mean, to be fair to the guy, it sounds like he was on a lot of drugs for a long period of time. And he actually is communicating about that. And so, as I said earlier, when we were talking about Hunter Biden, I have a very strong kinship with people who are in recovery, who are active in recovery, who used to be addicts, who are still addicts, but who are recovered addicts because they are working a program and they're trying to improve their lives. So I would love to give that same benefit of the doubt to Hunter Biden. And so I don't want to skewer him too much about some of this stuff. For that reason, there's sort of a special relationship. People who really are getting sober and improving their lives, they should be applauded, not ridiculed. But this guy got some serious benefits that many other people in this country do not get vis-a-vis the fact that he is Joe Biden's son. Other people in this country would be in prison for a lot of the same things that this guy's responsible for. And this guy was engaged in all sorts of malfeasance around this country. We have documented evidence about it. It was all swept under the rug prior to the election. And now he's back, now trying to clean it up. There's a public relations thing going on. He's got a new memoir. What did he do? And the media just covers for it. Here he is. Here's another clip. Hunter Biden opens up about family intervention and addresses the laptop reports.
Biden's sons got older. Their paths diverged. Beau was a war veteran and Delaware Attorney General with his sights set on higher office. But Hunter, who was kicked out of the Navy Reserve after failing a drug test, grappled with substance abuse for years.
Yeah.
And after Beau died of brain cancer in 2015, Hunter says he was binge drinking vodka so heavily that his father intervened.
He came to my apartment one time, and this is when he was still in office as vice president. And so he kind of ditched his Secret Service, figured out a way to get over to the house. And I said, "What are you doing here?" He said, "Honey, what are you doing?" I said, "Dad, I'm fine." He said, "You're not fine."
He sought and got help in rehab. But in time, he fell off the wagon and deeper into the abyss.
You would wake up.
All right. So we know the story. We know, what All right, what they're trying to do. Here is his book, Hunter Biden, Beautiful Things, a Memoir. So he says he was smoking crack every 15 minutes. More jaw-dropping moments from a memoir, Beautiful Things. Hunter Biden, son of the president, has had his fair share of ugly things. Drug and alcohol addiction sent him spiraling for years, led him to cook his own crack cocaine. Right? People are in prison for the rest of their lives for that. But he's seen a lot of beautiful things too, namely the love he shares with his brother Beau, who died in 2015. He wrote all of it in his new memoir, Candid Chronicle of Drug and Alcohol-Fueled Binges, Relationship with Beau's Widow, Hallie Biden. They're sure to shock, but don't let the tabloid fodder fool you. Biden has found love again with his new wife, Melissa, whom he credits for getting him back to the winding path to sobriety. All right. Hunter talks trauma and addiction, why I feel the way I do. I would not have survived, he says. Biden relapsed. He had 3 Bloody Marys on a plane in 2010. Father joined Obama's campaign ticket in 2008. He has to upend his career because of his lobbying work. Says it would be a conflict of interest. Huge expenses, no savings. I now had to bust my blank to build another career from scratch. Poor Hunter Biden. After Beau's death, everything Biden did for the next 4 years resulted in stumbling, then sliding, then racing downhill. I was drowning myself in alcohol. I understand that. Look, I do understand that. I understand what losing a brother feels like. It's not a fun thing. And I had a very similar experience. I was also self-medicating. So I can empathize with that. My real problem with this whole story is really nothing about Hunter Biden. You know, he's not an elected official. He's in very close proximity. We know that he has been sort of grifting off of his father's presence in the executive branch for a long period of time, not to mention when he was in the Senate. We had Tony Bobulinski came out. We had Hunter, I think Jim Biden's involved. The whole family's involved. And the media, the thing that really irks me about this story is the coverage for this. They just covered the whole thing up, and now it's all coming to light. All part of, wow, this is very inspirational. What a great guy. He's now out. He's now on this path to sobriety. Good for him. I hope he is sober, and I genuinely mean that. But this was a political sweeping under the rug. And now they're coming back out to do the post-election repair, which is just obvious. It's just obvious. It's reprehensible, but it's just so obvious. So we just want to call that out. All right, so enough of that story. These media stories are the worst. All right, we got a couple quick questions. Then we're going to wrap it up. We've got Want to Know says, would you let him talk if you were his lawyer? If you are the president's son, yeah, you can talk about whatever you want because you're basically immune at that point in time. And if he were charged, Joe Biden can just pardon him. But no, I mean, generally the answer is no. You do not talk about that stuff. We have Liberty or Death says, Beautiful Things, my journey from the crackhead to Burisma to sleeping with my brother's widow, how the roller coaster of my life may or may not have affected me, by Hunter Biden. How much money did he get for this? For this little memoir, huh? There are people sitting in prison for the same stuff that guy did. He's in the White House, flying around on Air Force One, writing books and memoirs and doing stories. I don't know about the laptop. Hey, man, there are like pictures of you and your genitals all over the internet as a direct result of that laptop. So kind of looks like it yours. You can't give us any clarifying information on that there, buddy? All right.